Damn, there's a lot of delay between us, but whatever.
Is there?
Yeah, like I just clapped and then I saw you clap.
Oh, weird. Oh, whatever.
Doesn't matter. It's good enough. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Panic Brothers channel. We have an emergency video we have to upload as quick as possible because at the time of recording this, chapter 139 unofficially dropped. The translations aren't official, but it is the official panels. So we got the final chapter. You can look it up online if you want to. I don't recommend doing it if you're a huge fan of the series.
No, look it up. Look it up.
Let's
look it up.
By the way, I'm Simon. This is my best friend Josue. We're both watchers and somewhat admirers of the series. I myself am a huge admirer. This was about to be in my top 3 of all time. And Josue kind of had his ups and downs of the series.
Yeah, I'm like a big admirer of season 1 and 2.
And then it kind of fell off of you after that, right?
And then it fell off of me bad, man. I am bringing a unique perspective into this because anybody watching, I don't like Attack on Titan that much. I think there's a lot of 10 out of 10 moments, 100%. I'll say that. A lot of 10 out of 10 moments. But overall,
it's not only that, but also you are someone that doesn't have all the information. So I'd say part 2 of season 3 and maybe a little bit of part 1 of season 3, you still don't quite know. So if any viewer wants to take that with any grain of salt, remember that about his opinion. Mine is very much, I've read everything and I've reread a bunch of stuff. I'm definitely more invested into it.
Caught up on the anime, skimmed on majority of the rest of the chapter. Read the last chapter though. So
yeah, I remember you told me one day, you were like, dude, I really can't wait for this to be over. I'm done with the series.
Oh my god, yeah. I was just counting down, like I was just waiting for your text messages every day when you would tell me the latest chapter came out. I think it's wrapping up.
Yo, dude, any minute now. I swear, any minute. I swear, any minute.
You were saying that for like 2 years.
Yeah, like, not for 2 years, but like a long time. For like a good couple of months, I was like.
I remember we were walking down Union Square in New York City, and you were like, "Yep, it's coming up." The ending. Wait, what point was that? When you told me that the first time, what was the point?
That was when the rumbling started.
Okay.
That being said, before we get into it, I just want to make a spoiler warning because what we're about to get into obviously is spoilers. So I doubt anyone stayed here to the point where I said rumbling.
Chapter 139.
I know, but still, you have to do it because people on YouTube be like, "Oh my god, I didn't think you would actually talk about what happened." But you know. Anyway, the thing is, though, these chapters come out every month, so like me saying it's almost done could mean 5 more chapters, which means 5 more months.
That's true.
That's something to take into consideration.
That's true.
Anywho, for me, this series has meant a lot to me. I think, I know, Josue, you're not going to agree, but I think it's very, very cool, experimental, and really riveting way to write a story. I love the characters. I love the plot line. I love the kind of different perspectives the series has given us because it didn't stick true to just the people on parodies. Obviously, as people who watch the anime know, we saw what happened on the other side. And it gets to a point where the series goes from a boy who hates the enemy to, well, who the fuck is arguably right? Like anybody can be right in this situation. Shit's fucked. So I love that about the series, and I feel like it's crescendoed up to 138 in that, and it's kept true to its nature. It had its moments where it got weird, but still, I think like Isayama was killing it. With 139, I know Josue will agree with this. I feel like so much of that was thrown out the fucking window. Dude, like a lot of it got thrown out the window.
Yeah, they introduced this new character, also named Eren. But wow, different, bro.
Somehow, if there was an anti-Eren, I would be more happy about that than the current chapter.
The dark Eren.
If it was like, guys, it wasn't me, it was my Heartless, then I'll be like, you know what? I can roll with this. I can actually.
Thank you for saying Heartless, bro. Because you know what this is to me? This felt like Kingdom Hearts the anime, but without like any of the things that I like about Kingdom Hearts. I'm a big Kingdom Hearts fanboy. You know, I have the manga, bro. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So like, I love Kingdom Hearts. This felt like the bad parts of Kingdom Hearts to me.
I feel like it feels like Kingdom Hearts 2 because of paths, like how it was all connected
oh my God,
and all that. That's what made
when you showed me that manga panel of like Eren holding baby Eren,
I was
like,
just to put it out there, that's not an official panel. I thought it was, but it wasn't. But it still would make sense
art?
because of it's fan art.
What? That was some good fan art.
That's some really good fan art.
Yeah,
but
shout out. But
Paths though, that actually does work.
That's something that would happen though.
Mm-hmm.
Like for 100%, I believe that Eren was holding his baby self.
Yeah.
And like, come on, bro. That's like Xehanort holding his young Xehanort, bro. And I'm like, listen, I love Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts. Don't give me that in anime, please.
I want to defend Paths though real quick because I think Paths is very confusing in the beginning, and then towards 138 it does a full complete circle. You're like, oh wow, that's really cool. Especially because, and this is a part you haven't seen, Josue, or read. There's a really crucial part in the story that happens in the second part of season 3, where we learn that everything that Grisha did, Eren's father, was technically because of Eren, and it makes sense because. This is gonna get a little tricky, but follow me here. Eren can see the past via the founding titan, and Attack Titans can see the future of their next owner. So Grisha, because Eren would have the Attack on Titan, could see Eren's future. The same time that Grisha was seeing his future, he saw the moment that Eren saw into the past. So in doing so, you can have a conversation with yourself. So think about it like this. If you can see my future and I'm looking at you and I'm talking, you have my POV while currently in that time area. So that's what happened when Grisha killed the Founding Titan and ate it. It was Eren telling him, do it. Grisha didn't want to do it, but Eren did. So in that moment, sorry, are you confused?
I'll talk later.
Okay. I know it sounds confusing, but if you literally draw a diagram or you really want to get into it, it does make sense. It
makes sense. You probably write it down. Yeah.
No, if you write it down, it makes complete sense, but it's kind of hard to just describe it. Yeah. What I'm trying to get at, though, Paths didn't seem like some bullshit time theory. Isayama clearly knew how it worked, and he made it work throughout the story. Like, oh, Paths explains this and this and this. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I like Paths a lot. I like Paths especially, too, because at the end, I don't know if you read these chapters yet, but towards the end, Paths is how all the Eldians get contacted by Eren, with him telling them, guys, I'm sorry, but this is it. Like, I'm trying to kill everybody. You have the freedom to stop me if you want, but this is it.
Yeah. Like, he revealed his plan to kill all of humanity, except Paths people.
Yeah. And then you also have cool conversation between Zeke and Armin, where Armin's talking about the value of life, and Zeke kind of finally sees that for once, and you see his character flip, and it's all inside Paths where it's all connected. So I thought, okay, that's a really cool way of connecting these characters and kind of making these Titans all fall as one, because that's kind of their power. But then I feel like Paths gets just tossed out the fucking window when you have Ymir involved, who I don't understand what her motive is. Because she was really involved in the Paths at the end, and it seemed like Eren kind of like became her first ever friend, so that's why she was helping him. But then towards the end, she just keeps standing there and not saying anything. And then apparently she chose Mikasa as like the one via Paths, and then she disappears. And at that point, I'm like, okay, so you just completely shat on Paths. Like,
right?
What the fuck was that?
Right. This is my thing, and I think I'm realizing this more and more. My issue with Eren, that I'm realizing I hate this in a lot of anything.
Mm-hmm.
I got the vibe from Eren that he had this grandmaster plan, and everything was his plan. Mm-hmm. And I hate that so much in shows where it was just like if a character goes, that's all part of the plan.
Yeah.
That bad thing that just happened.
It was all there.
I knew that was going to happen. I hate when people do that. Bro.
Yep. I completely agree with you, because I feel like me and so many other people who watched and read this series thought, okay, Eren just snapped. To him, it's, I'm going to keep moving forward until I know that everyone's safe. And that means genocide. That means genocide. But then when you flip it, and it's Eren going, actually, I didn't want to do it, but, you know, it was part of the plan to make me look bad, to make you guys look good. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Like, and you see the crazy thing is that I like that plan. Like, I actually like the idea of forgot what other show I've watched that kind of did that.
Sasuke tried doing that same theory. We was like, I'm gonna take the burden for everybody.
You know who else did this? Michael Scott from The Office.
What the fuck?
But remember when like the new people from the other office was coming in from Connecticut, from Stanford.
Stanford, yeah.
And they all hated Michael, but they also hated everybody else in the office. So Michael made himself more of an ass, and they got everyone to get along with each other. You see, it's a solid plan. It's so solid that Michael Scott does it. Like, I can't fault that plan.
Yeah.
And if Eren from the jump said that, like, listen, I'm gonna make the world hate me, and then my own people's gonna kill me, so that way the world can be like, hey, yo, you know what? Maybe paradise ain't that bad. I'm like, oh, that actually
makes sense.
But that was so that was out of his ass, bro.
Yes. Especially because like he was playing a character. Like this whole time I really thought, oh my god, Eren's character is so cool because he became this person who's so hopeful for the future, and now he's just dead inside and thinks like, I just need to strive for the absolute best scenario for my people and only my people. But in reality, it's him putting on a face, and deep inside, he's just this scared little boy who's just trying to take the hit for everybody. And it's like, what? You throw away all that character development. Like in those panels, and this is the panel I think that you and I hate the most. It's the panel where he's looking at Armin saying, no, I don't want Mikasa to find somebody else. I'm like, no, Isayama didn't write this.
I don't know which panel I hate the most. I'm not gonna lie. It's up there. I hate the dove so much. So I don't know what's worse. Like, I hate Mikasa saying, wow.
You put the scarf on me again.
The scarf on me. I know this bird is you.
That was so corny. He's dead. That should have been the end. You didn't need a bird. Oh my god, that was so.
I wish the last panel was that picture of Eren holding
the baby. That would have been better than just, oh my god, this little pajarito. He picked up my scarf. Oh my god.
He put it on just the way I like it. Well, was there a hint to Eren being a bird?
I think I saw a bunch of theories on Reddit and TikTok and shit where people are talking about how like there's been hinting at for a while that there was always been a bird in the background and that's Eren watching everything. But if that's true or not, it's still dumb.
There's no setup for that.
We don't even need that. Like, I understand Paths is connected and he can see the past and he can also see the present because he's the Attack Titan and he's the Founding Titan. But you don't need to go so far out of your way to make them somehow still like prevalent in the background constantly. The flashbacks and like the Grisha thing are enough. We don't need a bird icon that's always surveying. That's like, oh my god, that's Eren Yeager. Like, no, what the fuck is that?
It's a stretch.
The
stretch. And some people, I told you this yesterday, that some people on Reddit, I got the vibe that they were reaching to find reasons why this chapter was valid.
Oh yeah.
Like, I know it's a reach when people say it's only one line and people say, yeah, that was a pretty good chapter.
I think it's because, and I understand if this is the reason. I think the reason is just because for a lot of us, this series has very rarely missed and we like it a lot. So for it to end the way it did, I think a lot of people are just like, you know, it could have been worse.
That sucks.
Dude, let me paint a picture real quick. The war of Paradise right at the end, like the giant battle, that was probably one of the sickest shits I've ever seen in shonen in terms of just the pure fighting and how everyone was like at their best. Jean was at his best. Connie was at his best. Levi was going nuts. Mikasa finally came over her restriction of loving Eren, had to just snap his neck. Like, everyone is growing as a character. Even Gabby, who was radicalized, is now fighting with them. Like, it's everyone right now fighting together and it looks sick. And then you finally have that final blow to Eren and it's like, oh my god, that's such a hard thing to read, but it had to happen. You have all that. So then to shit on it the next chapter, a part of you is like, no, you know, it's not that bad.
And you see, maybe I missed something, but wasn't the last panel of the last chapter just the decapitated head of Eren and like Mikasa's holding
Mikasa's kissing him, yeah. And then like it says,
can we just,
what?
Isn't that weird?
I think it's actually really cool. I think it's kind of poetic in a sense where it's like it's disturbing, yet it's also beautiful because she and him finally got what they both kind of always wanted, but it's also just terrifying because it's a severed fucking head, and you know she didn't want it to be like this, but they found peace in some bullshit in all this. Like I think it actually is kind of artistic in that sense, where like in all this bullshit and fighting and all the constant struggle and chaos there was actually that beautiful moment they both could share, but it's also kind of morbid and scary just how they did it. So I think it's kind of nice actually. And I also liked how like she says, "See ya, Aaron," just like the first chapter began. So I was like, "Oh, that's a cool way to end it." But then 139 comes out, and then
So what I was trying to get at, well, one, all respect to you, but I disagree on every point.
that's fine.
Also, Ymir in the background made it 20 times more awkward.
Ymir was, I don't know why Ymir was in the background once again, because I don't understand Ymir's motive. That was weird as shit, but I do like the kiss. Ymir being in the background made no sense to me.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh yeah, we did it. Good job."
Was there any setup for starting the next chapter with Armin and Eren together?
Absolutely none.
Okay.
We went from Mikasa killing him to them in paths. And it's like,
why? And like, there's no, like, could anyone be in paths?
Eren has to kind of, well, it's tricky. Ymir is the reason why paths exist because she's the original founding titan.
Yeah.
And when you have the founding titan connecting out to somebody else, like Eren reaching out to Zeke, you have paths. Or in this case, it looks like Eren reached out to Armin and wants to talk to him, so boom, paths. So it seems like it's always in the founding titan's power, not anybody else's.
Got it.
Yeah, so it sounds like, to me, it seems like Eren reached out to Armin and wanted to have that one last conversation before he was done.
Which I assume it had to have happened before he was decapitated.
Or after, honestly, because I think, like, paths probably happens in, like, a nanosecond. So, like, time is relative, I think, there, and it could happen, like, the second right after his head got split. Who knows?
And to think that in his last moment of being alive, in his last nanosecond, he's here stressing out about, like, yo, Armin, please, yo, Mikasa can't have another guy. Like, I know we were never a thing.
Dude.
She can't get a dude.
Do you know how much better it would be if in Paths, Armin and Eren were talking and Armin was really trying to understand what Eren did and trying to explain to Eren why it was bad. And the whole time Eren stays true to his character and says, "I needed to do what needed to be done, and now you are free." That would have been a great way to complete your character. He, throughout the whole thing, stayed true to himself and didn't break. And now, all of a sudden, it's like, like, what the fuck is that?
And Eren, Dark Eren, thank you for being a mass murderer, bro.
That line, oh my god, thank you for being a mass murderer for our sake. That can't be the official line. Yeah, no, I refuse to believe that's the official.
Out of there's two lines that got me that I was like, that can't be official. That one, and Rainer saying, "Yo, Eren was a real man."
Yo, he was so cool. While they're all crying, he was so cool.
Also, can we just talk about real quick? Wasn't it also weird at the end? Like, I know he liked her in the past, but in the end, for Rainer to be like smelling that letter like that,
that was really weird. Yeah.
Like, come on, like this is like, yo, I know you were like what, like a teenager when that happened, OD back in the past. But like,
I mean, still kind of young, but even still, it's weird.
No, bro, don't play with me. He's like at least mid-20s, late 20s.
No, he's 19, 30s. I think, because he was 16 when they invaded, so he's 19 now.
By the end of the series, Rainer is 19.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, because it's only a 3-year gap.
He looks like he's 35.
Yeah, I know, anime.
Next topic. I'm done, bro.
One thing that really bothered me too, and I know it bothered you too, is, and I would love if someone can explain to us why this is important in the comments. Why did Isayama feel the need to explain to us that Eren was the person that killed his own mom? What did that do for anybody, bro? What did that do for? That was such a.
So you know what? This is another issue that I was going to bring up that I was thinking about for today's conversation.
What
is? I have like. There's only so many reveals to a certain thing that you can do to me. So all right. In the first episode, when we were back in high school, we watched Attack on Titan. We didn't think anything much of that Titan that killed his mom. Like, we were like, oh, random Titan.
That's the random one, yeah.
Yeah, random Titan killed his mom. Oh, shoot. Then we find out years later, oh, snap, that Titan was his stepmom.
Yeah.
Like, Oh snap! Like, and what I liked about that is that the show didn't really like tell you that.
Yeah.
It kind of did, but like
Towards the end, it was very obvious, but in the beginning, you have to piece that together.
exactly, you just had to be like, what?
Yeah.
It was cool. I like that.
Uh-huh.
Like, it was not the worst thing ever, but like, I like there's a certain moment, and you add more to it.
Mm-hmm.
Dope. Isayama promised a lot of people, not me. But you.
I wasn't done.
He promised you a lot of twists were gonna happen in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all the possible twists that you could have, done
Mm-hmm.
or with things such as I mentioned before this call, but like a lot of people were pissed off about Historia's pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
Like that could have been something really important, really a lot deeper than it was.
They really hyped it up to like make it seem like, oh, okay, that's gonna be something huge. Watch.
Exactly.
Watch.
That could have been a twist in itself. That could have been something that people were really looking forward to, or whoever her husband was, or whoever the dad was also a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And like that could have been a twist. But no, you decide to do another twist on a moment that already had a twist.
That moment was complete too. Like that, Dina Fritz's role in the story is complete.
Yeah.
No other twist needed.
Yeah. Like, bro, like I don't even know. Like, I can't. What's the comparison? What's a good twist? Like, what's the number one twist that you think of in your head for? I'm at Rainer. You know what? I'll stick to the show. Rainer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Rainer going like,
I'm the Armor Titan.
I'm the Armor Titan. And then like you find out at the end of the series, like Eren made Rainer tell Eren that he was the Armor Titan. Actually, that could have happened, by the way. That really sounds like something.
Remember when we talked? That was me. That wasn't you. That was me. Like that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
It's literally the same vibe. Like
I know what Isayama was trying to do because I think he was trying to get across that Eren has lost complete control of his own consciousness. Where like at this point he was stuck on a path by Ymir and he couldn't break away from it. But
yeah,
he could just.
Dino was trying to go for Bernie.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm calling him Bernie.
That's fine.
She was trying to go for Bernie, and then Eren was like, "Oh no, go that way."
Yeah,
oh,
my mama said.
My mom. Oh, yeah. But like my thing is like, you had enough control to control Dina to go that way, but you don't have enough control to make it go. Like do another 6.
Do another Titan instead. I guess from Isayama's logic, it's like, oh, it's just very small adjustments to get the story back straight.
And my thing too is that once again, if you have control of Titans, like all right, like Dina's Titan is going that way, but like you control Titans. You could literally make that Titan Dina's Titan just pick up the house that the mom is on and be like, and then that would have been a moment where it's like, they're not all bad. Wow.
I think the logic is that Eren had to witness his own mom die, so he becomes so motivated to join the scouts, and that's why future Eren caused that. I understand like that's probably what they were going for, but it's still dumb. I once again, I understand that Eren has influenced the past, and the way he influenced the past made sense because once again, Grisha saw the future while Eren was looking at the past. So that would make sense. And it's really cool because you think about it, you're like, wow, Grisha was being disturbed by his son. That's fucking insane. That's cool. But how do you explain him simultaneously as a child being the one to motivate his mom, Dina, to kill his own mom? That doesn't make sense to me via paths or anything. That just doesn't make sense at all. And it's just stupid because when you introduce that makes it seem to me that every single time a Titan did anything, must have been Eren. So when Dina ate, what was his name, Hans? I think his name was Hans. The guy that was really close with Eren and his mom. Yeah, the drinker. Yeah, I think Dina ate him when he was trying to defend Eren and Mikasa. Did Eren cause that one too? Like...
It really just takes so much weight away from every other moment. Every other big moment.
Oh, and speaking of taking weight away, hold on. Almost all the characters became Titans.
Wait. Could I just say one thing?
What?
Before we get to that.
What?
because I know I'm not gonna get back to my point once we.
Oh my bad. Go ahead. Go.
'Cause I'm gonna go. Remember when we were.
Dope, bro. Back to my main point.
Yeah, I have a thing against stories. Like, it's one thing when the story starts and it's very much so established that there's a concept of fate, like as the one of the main plot points. But like when I first watched Attack on Titan back in high school, what, junior year, sophomore?
I think sophomore.
Whatever, it was hype as shit. But like, fate wasn't one of those things that like really occurred to me. Like, it didn't seem, nothing was fate.
Yeah,
this was just a shit ton of things happening, and it was all bad. If
anything, it seemed like the opposite. It seemed like the characters in the show were trying their best to stop the circumstances they were put in. So they're trying their best to set their own destiny.
Yeah, and when you get to this moment where like, I can't even call Eren the chosen one, but he sort of is, but I know he sort of isn't, but whatever. He's the chosen one, right? Like, I hate that. And you know what I think of? You're gonna hate me. I always have these fucking weird ass comparisons. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Remember in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, they really tried to bring up this concept that Peter Parker was a chosen one?
I guess, yeah.
Remember that?
Not really, but yeah.
I would tell you to rewatch it, but I'm not going to. Yeah, but like Amazing Spider-Man 2 brought up this concept that Peter Parker, Spider-Man, is the chosen one. Like, Peter Parker was always supposed to be Spider-Man. That was his fate. And you know that's some BS. Like, what other storyline of Spider-Man, like
Peter, destined to be, yeah.
You like Peter Parker because this was just a random dude that just had random spider bite him.
Yeah.
Like, there's no fate.
Yeah.
Like, it could have been anybody else. It just happened to have been him. Like, I hate this concept. And it was something that I was just like, you know what? I'll just look past it. Like, I'll keep watching. I'll look past it. And now at the end, even more, where like, we got introduced to this concept that all of fate, since at least Eren's birth, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know paths, bro. But like,
yeah, I don't think you can speak too much to it because you still don't quite understand how it works.
Yeah, but to a certain degree, some part of it was controlled by Eren.
I mean, towards the end, yes, but yes, I can't say for the beginning, but yeah, towards the end, yeah.
Yeah, but there's just a certain degree that I just really hate that this. Like, just introducing the concept that there's one fate. I would have liked it if they just followed through with the whole Eren, like, no, fuck fate. I like freedom. Like, I like that. That was at least a cool concept. But no, at the end, it was like,
they technically introduced fate part 2 season 3 because Eren in part 2 season 3, it's revealed that. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I have to explain this to you because you haven't seen this yet. But when Eren kisses Historia's hand, remember there was a giant flash and he has giant eyes and he's like freaking out. Yeah. That was him seeing into the future.
Yeah.
And when he looks into the future, he sees everything that's going to happen and he knows it's inevitable. So that's why he goes after it. I didn't mind that so much because to me it seemed like, okay, it seems inevitable that this man will always pursue freedom. And he's never going to let something stop him. But in reality, him kissing Historia's hand and seeing fate, the fate was you can't do anything and you have to play a role. And that's not freedom, which is so contradictive to what the story is supposed to be about.
And that's my problem with fate. No, that's my problem more specifically with this fate and Attack on Titan, in that, like, Eren had an opportunity to not do that. like I don't know, like, his whole thing is freedom. He had a moment where he saw the future that was laid out for him. And I don't know, like, you can't, like, if someone tells you your fate is to be a bozo, then you're gonna be like, all right, well,
might as well get a head start.
No, that's Eren. That's what Eren did. Like, I'm gonna do it. I bet. But
that's exactly what I'm getting at.
Like, my thing is like if you then you'd be like, all right,
it's against his character because you would think Eren would fight against it. Exactly. That I completely agree with you. Because for me, I thought either the fate was okay, pursue everything, don't stop, just keep killing everyone. You gotta do you. That's fine. or he was gonna reveal. It was gonna be revealed that he broke destiny, and there was a way to settle this peacefully, maybe, and he decided no. I need to do it violently because I want to get revenge and kill everybody to ensure that everyone's safe.
Yeah, and it couldn't have been.
That's not what happened.
Wouldn't have been like, to me. I mean, I still don't know all the little details, so I don't know. But like, wouldn't that have been a cool thing, a cool idea, where like you find out that everything that Eren did was freedom. Like he broke out of what he saw from the Historia. And then the last chapter would have been like him revealing to Armin, like, bro, I fucked up. Fate would have actually been better.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Their conversation would have been so much better if he stick to himself and told Armin, I don't regret what I did. Actually, I did what I had to do. You could have done it differently, and the way the fate had me playing it out, I could have done it differently too. But I didn't because I choose to do it the way I want, and that's freedom. And that would have been a beautiful way to end this character. But no, he is the character that seeks freedom, but he's stuck to paths laid out by Ymir, who I'm going to reiterate one more time. I don't understand what the fuck her motive was. Also, Ymir's in love with the king?
Oh, man, dude.
It's revealed that Ymir did all of this because she actually loved the king.
Isayama hates woman, dude.
He must, because, dude, Ymir was assaulted, like sexually assaulted. She was breed like a cow. Her children ate her to become the first 3 Titans after her. Like, that's just straight up abuse. And I understand Stockholm Syndrome's a thing, but that is extreme.
Everyone on the Reddit was saying the same thing, man. Like, yo,
Stockholm
really? Syndrome is real, but come on.
To that extent, it's insane. It's 2,000 years later, and you're still doing this because you love the king? That is so dumb.
And then I feel like Isayama tried doing this whole, like, it's like poetry rhyme, you know, where like now we have Historia also with
love,
a dude, in love with a dude that
I'm pretty sure that's why she chose Mikasa for love, which is
dude. And Mikasa don't even like Mikasa, like, if Mikasa in the story is the strongest female character, that sucks.
I did think her character came to completion when she killed Eren, and I thought, okay, wow, I love that. Like, she finally came over the burden of just being in love with someone and just doing everything for them. She's gonna be her own independent person. But then chapter 139, she's clearly still hung up on him. And she's not with the other people who are about to go, like, argue for peace. She's at his graveyard, still hung up on him. And it's like, oh my God.
Years, dude.
Dude, your character is just going to be that? The girl who's a widow now? Like, you're just going to sit there by the grave?
And you know what I'm thinking? That he goes to this grave, right? And this is now what I just thought of. When she first started going to his grave, like the first couple of days, makes sense, right? Like you go to the grave with someone you really care about, like you're gonna see them in the beginning a lot. Mm-hmm. There was a bird there at the grave, and she like just gave him like a little bit of like, she gave the bird a little bit of bread, like,
so something.
And then the bird liked it, and then the bird started coming back to the grave, and then Mikasa's like,
Eren.
Meanwhile, the bird is just like, I want bread.
I just want bread.
For 3 years, Mikasa just had this idea where she's like, listen, that's Eren. Like
it's no insane. Like I would have liked it more if she went to the grave before the time skip, and then in the future time skip she's with them. But like you said, it's 3 years, and they're all grown up, and they clearly have moved on from the events. And she's still, not moved on, but they're like clearly like trying to make a life.
The events still affects their day to day.
Yeah, but they're trying to move on as a people now.
You think she's still hung up?
Dude, Armin, I really did like how Armin looked in that last panel, because they're like, okay, it looks like he's finally figured his shit out. And he's gonna be a leader, and I like that a lot.
Yeah, and I like the idea that it's gonna be Armin in the future really bringing forth.
Yeah,
like that's dope. Like Eren had to set the framework. Armin's gonna lay it down. Yeah, exactly. Like actually finish the race.
But then Mikasa was supposed to be the most important character according to Ymir. is just hung up on a dead dude. Like, I hate that so much, dude. That really does suck. And also, like you said, Historia, turns out she's just a breeding, like, cattle. She's just supposed to keep making the next royal heir. Like, that's her just, and she's Queen Elizabeth, essentially. That's it. She just sits there and just makes another fucking royal member. Like,
Now let's talk about the rumbling, dude. Let's talk about everybody coming back. Let's
dude,
talk about
okay, so the rumbling is one of the most terrifying things ever, and I love the rumbling, the idea of it. Like, that was actually terrifying to read. I'm like, yo, he's just killing everybody. This is insane.
but all the people that he loves too, like
yes, like he doesn't care anymore. He clearly just wants to get the job done, and I really did like that. To the point where, like you said, he's hurting his own people, and then eventually he does a last-ditch effort and makes everybody a Titan. And at that point, I remember reading that going like, wow, Isayama, this is a crazy way to end it, but I completely understand it. Because from Aaron's point of view, this makes sense for his character. So I guess everyone's gone. Jean gone, Connie gone, Gabby, they're all gone. But then, apparently, Mikasa killing him was part of his plan because it negates all Titan powers and Ackerman powers. So then everyone who's a Titan magically then becomes a human
again.
again.
Did they specifically say Ackerman power?
Well, Levi and Mikasa don't have powers anymore.
But what were their powers?
I think Ackerman's, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure there's confirmation somewhere about this, like somewhere in like the wikis of Attack on Titan. I think Ackerman's are supposed to be experiments for Titans, like they have like Titan spinal fluid or something in them, but they couldn't actually fully manifest into Titans. So they still are a human, but they have the power of a Titan.
Wait, but is Levi and Mikasa even capable of turning into a Titan?
No, they can't. Ackermans can never turn Titans. That's already been like said.
Oh wow.
Yeah, when they went to the basement, they figured all that out.
Oh wow. Did I like watch this and I just don't remember?
I think you just skipped over it. Yeah, they can't become it, which is why when Aaron does his last effort, Mikasa and Levi don't turn. But then they lost their powers. The Titans all become human again. And I'm like, okay, cool. So for a chapter, you really made me think that it was all over. And then you just pull it back and like, nah, everyone's cool, actually. And it's all good now. What's the point of making them all Titans? What was the point of it? What the fuck is that? It just doesn't make any sense. And then also, the end result, I do kind of like that the end result is like, nothing got better. But it also kind of sucks because like you have Aaron like shit in the bed as a character, right?
Yeah.
At least you think to yourself, at least hopefully maybe what Aaron did was the right thing and they're gonna find peace now. But it turns out, no, like it's still Paradise is now just under militia, and humans still hate Eldians even though they don't have Titan powers. Because look what just happened. You're telling me if this happened in present day, let's say Dominicans had Titan powers and we lost our Titan powers.
Please, no.
We lost our Titan powers after killing 80% of the rest of the world. You don't think the other 20% is going to think, I can't stand Dominicans? It just didn't make anything better. It's going to be more war now.
Exactly. But like I think the point of it is that there's always going to be war, but through Aaron's actions, it's Paradise. I don't call it Paradise.
Go ahead.
That fucking island,
yeah,
now has a chance to fight back.
Yeah,
like that was like the whole point of this. Like,
yeah,
like because in the beginning of the series, like bro, like the entire world ganged up on Paradise Island. They're dunzos. But like at least now it's like, all right, Paradise versus what, 20% of what's
the
left?
world. Yeah,
like we're Gucci, we got this. But like it's still so dissatisfying to me. Like that's such a like an ending that makes me go like, oh, okay, so it's like spoilers for Hunter x Hunter. Wait, I thought
you're still here.
Spoilers for Hunter x Hunter. This is the stupidest thing I could ever say right now.
What?
Gon doesn't see his dad.
Uh-huh.
Gon sees 80% of his dad.
I hate you.
Or he only sees like his dad's arm at the end, and he's like, "Oh my god,
That's enough.
That's his 20%. Fuck, that's it. I'm done. I'm good."
I get you.
Like, what?
It makes sense as like, I'm not saying that the outcome doesn't make sense, because like in a real life situation, that would be the situation. Like it would just be more war again. But like you said, it's so dissatisfying because it just makes it seem like everything leading up to this moment kind of was pointless.
Yeah.
Because all you did was reduce their numbers and there's still no peace.
Yes.
The people of Eldia still have to fight, but now they have to fight without their Titan powers,
yes.
which is way harder.
Yes, this should have easily been, like, in my opinion, anime's equivalent to Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader. A spoiler. I guess.
It's not.
Yes. Yeah, whatever. Spoilers for Star Wars, but regardless, like the negative character change arc for Anakin is wild, no matter what. And he literally leaves the entire galaxy in a worse, very like sad and very intense place because of his actions.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what Eren should have been like. This was supposed to easily been clear throat, cut and dry, a negative character change arc. He should have been Azula, bro. Like he should have like
off the deep end.
Yes, like this should have easily been a moment where like I want to see that followed through. At least that would have been interesting, where literally all of humanity is done. It's just paradise. That would have been lit to me, bro. It's very grim, very dark, very bleak. But that's the negative character change.
Yep.
Bro, like
that's I think what we were all expecting. We kind of all expected a really. I even told you in the car once. I'm like, "Yo, Josue, this looks like a really depressing ending. Like everyone's dying."
You expect like only like 7 heads to make it.
Yeah, I really thought
literally
after
only
I was like, "All right, probably like 7 dudes left. That's it."
Like literally only 7 dudes out of like the entire like world.
Yeah.
Like, and I would have been like, I was like, "Oh snap, that sounds OD," but at least it's something to look forward to. Like. And that's the thing about spoilers to me. Like, I need something to look forward to. And like for Attack on Titan, I don't like Attack on Titan. Like, I like needed little things like that to keep me going.
Yeah.
I didn't care about spoilers for Attack on Titan because I was just like, I didn't, because I'm like, you got to give me something, Simon, to make me want to keep watching.
Yeah.
Like, please. Otherwise, I don't care. Like, so, like, you keep giving me that, and I'm like, all right, bet. Just for in the end, I read this, I'm like, oh.
It's not as dark as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah,
because apparently the main character is actually not off the deep end as I thought.
Yeah, it's still dark, but dude, like, no one wants to read a story, and yet this again, Gon has a mission of finding his dad, and if the series ends with Gon only seeing his dad's arm, then bro, what did I just waste my time on?
Exactly. No, I feel that. Not only that, it's like also imagine like
a mission.
But also like imagine like I don't know, like imagine there's like a person who has to get revenge on a family for doing something in his past, and there's 5 of them, and he kills 4 of them. You're like, oh my god, dude, you seen the ending? He's actually gonna kill all of them. But then it turns out that like 3 of them come back to life, and the main dude dies, and it's like, oh, those actions kind of seem irrelevant now. What the fuck? I don't get it. Isayama was literally like, if it's an emotional roller coaster, it just got depressing and depressing and depressing, and it made sense. Attack on Titan is depressing, and then he just kind of went, ooh, never mind. It's a pretty happy ending when you think about it, right, guys?
Because of Guardians of the Galaxy, bro. Because of
what was the comment on Reddit?
He had a plan. He had a plan for the ending. So, like, I would love to see the Snyder Cut version of that. Like you said yesterday. Like he had a plan. Yeah. There was a plan for this.
100%, yeah.
And then he started watching Marvel movies, and especially James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy played an influential role in Isayama to say, you know what, the ending should be happier, which is weird to me because Guardians of the Galaxy came out 7 years ago.
I guess he started late on Marvel.
Yeah, you think he watched it like the other day? Like
right before he wrote it? He was
You think
he was writing it down his desk. I was like, he says, stuck on feeling new. Dude. He's like, this is gonna bang, bro.
I truly think he didn't watch it when it came out. He watched it like in
Probably not.
2019, bro.
Yeah.
He watched it like in 2019. He was like, you know what?
I think this deserves a happy
Star-Lord, Eren.
They're right here. They're right here. When you think about it, they're the same person, really, when you think about it.
They're the same. Which gives you extra reason to hate Star-Lord. It's extra reason to hate him.
To hate him more.
Because I don't like Attack on Titan, but I feel bad for you, bro. Like, I'm sad that you're sad. Like, dude, I wish the proper ending, and now because of Star-Lord,
dude, I really do believe that I've seen a lot of mistakes in story writing, which is bound to happen. I mean, it's hard to write a good story from beginning to end.
Yeah, Skypiea.
Okay, I'm not doing that. There's a lot of mistakes. Naruto with Kaguya was strange. Yeah. Soul Eater at the end, I don't know if you've seen Soul Eater, but the ends with the power of friendship. That's what saves the day.
Okay.
Like, there's a lot of moments where anime or even stories, movies.
Yeah, Bleach took a misstep.
Yes, like there's a lot of missteps in general. But I can honestly say, and I'm even including Game of Thrones when I say this. This is probably one of the biggest disappointments I've ever had in my life, dude. I really was invested in the story. Let me just go off the dome real quick. I love these characters. There's not a single one I didn't like. I liked Hanji a lot. I think she was a really strong female character. Erwin was one of the coolest leaders I've ever seen in any story. Zeke in the beginning I hated. And then he had a redemption factor when Armin started talking to him and he realized the value of life. Levi has always been that badass. Mikasa was slowly, right there on your hoodie. Mikasa was slowly getting better, and then she finally overcame that restriction by killing Eren. Armin became more confident in his ability to do things, and Eren just became a homicidal maniac, which is fine because that makes sense for his character. And then in literally 14 pages, I've seen all of it crumble. All of it. That is really hard to do, man. And it hurts me so much. I really had this in my top 3. I saw very little issues with the plot. And then this.
You know the thing that hurts the most, I feel like for you, not me. But
yeah, this doesn't hurt you at all. You find this funny, if anything.
No, it sucks. Don't get me wrong. No matter what, I don't like Attack on Titan. But I think I told you this. I always told you that I was of the camp in my head that I just don't see something that everyone else sees.
You always told me I don't get what you guys are feeling, but I'm just here to wait until the end.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it just so I'm still caught up, because I hate not knowing what everyone's talking about. But I never got what you got. I never once. I'm bugging. I did in season 2. After that, I was like,
I remember I had season 3 a lot, but you weren't feeling it. Season 2 was I
hated season 3.
Your magnum opus.
The fight.
For the reference, I love season 3. For me, it's always been higher and higher and higher, and then this happened. But anyway, continue.
The second half of season 3 was
so fire.
But I hate season 1 ruined. Sorry, part 1 of season 3 ruined everything for me.
It did for a lot of people, by the way. I don't know if I ever told you that, but a lot of people fell off Attack on Titan then because they didn't like how much dialogue and constant exposition there was. So a lot of people kind of fell off at that point and then never came back to the same love again.
And the thing is, I don't mind dialogue. Make the dialogue interesting.
I thought it was really interesting, but we're not gonna get into that. I really did think it was loud, but we're not gonna get into that.
Whatever. Yeah. That's not the point of this conversation. What I'm trying to get at is that I felt wait, what was I even saying?
You were talking about how this doesn't really make you sad. I was talking about I'm really disheartened, and you probably find it funny. I don't find it funny.
I don't find it funny. Sorry, COVID brain, y'all. There's because I felt like I just didn't see what y'all saw, but I understood that everyone had it in a place where it's considered one of the GOATs.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time.
And this is such an instrumental flop to me, because it's a really interesting case study, I guess you want to call it that, where like Naruto, we saw the bad ending. It was happening for a while. It was Kaguya was introduced. We were and we just saw it go down and go down and down. And at least the last chapter of Naruto made it better. Like it wasn't the best.
Also,
chapter
we had
ever.
Naruto versus Sasuke, so that was cool too. Naruto versus Sasuke was cool, and then we finally had that last chapter. I was like, all right, well, at least it closed out.
Yeah, like it. That last chapter made me at least like smile. Like
Yeah,
it wasn't
I
the
was
best
like,
chapter
damn,
again.
what a
Like,
journey. Yeah.
yeah, like for Game of Thrones, like season 8, it was like you saw the bad coming, like by episode, and
Yeah.
and even though like it still sucked, like it still hurt,
Mhm.
but like it wasn't like it was just like 5 episodes of because it was 6 episodes, right?
I
Like
think 6. Yeah, 6.
it wasn't just 5 episodes of greatness,
Yeah.
and then the last episode was like, oh,
Yeah.
oh no. The most equivalent feeling of this for me is Watchmen, and even then Watchmen is a lot better because I told you Watchmen was like what, I think 9 or 10 episodes, I forgot.
Uh-huh.
But like the first, like it was every episode minus the last one. I was like, best episode of all time. No, wait, best episode of all time.
But
Fuck.
the last
Best
one
episode
was
of all
on the
time.
same level, but it
Yeah,
wasn't terrible.
Yeah, but the last episode was like, if everything was a 10 out of 10, the last episode was like 6 out of 10. And I was like, damn, you really couldn't stick the landing? Like that sucks. But this was like for you and for a lot of other people in the community, why am I holding this? Everything was a 10 out of 10. And then you got you wish it was a 6 out of 10. You wish.
It's not.
You got like a 2.
Somebody would say a 1.
I bet you rated
Dude,
a 1. You got a 1.
It's so low where people don't even think Isayama wrote it.
Yes.
There's a lot of theories. People are saying like this wasn't him. It's like the publishing company got hold of it and said it needs to end now, and they wrote it. I've never seen a show end so badly where people are like, that wasn't even the same director.
You see, but I always find that that's always been a really weird argument for me. Like, oh no, the publisher didn't want it. Like, was forcing him to end it.
Yeah, it was like, hurry up.
Because like it's a moneymaker.
Yeah, so why not extend it?
Yeah, like why wouldn't they be like, you want more time? I mean, it's okay. Doing a couple more chapters, it's okay, puppy. Like, no, like you think like Shonen Jump is gonna be happy the day that One Piece dies?
Hell no. They're gonna try to milk that as much as possible until it ends.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, yo, Oda, could you do like a sequel series about the next generation, please? Like, please, bro.
Yeah.
Give it at least 200 chapters. Like, please. Like it doesn't make that's not a good argument to me. Like I'll bet that there's meddling. Don't get me wrong. There definitely has to be meddling, like in the publisher to like mangaka relationship. Because like, maybe the publisher is like always like, I don't like that. But come on, you have a moneymaker like Attack on Titan. It's a #1 series. It was this past anime season.
It was just killing it.
Yeah, the last season of animes in general, Attack on Titan was always #1 in viewership ratings. Like, are you kidding me? Like, people were dying for every single new chapter. Like, the internet was breaking every time there was a new. Like every time there was a new chapter, it was like trending on Twitter.
People freaking out. Yeah.
Yes, like it's a huge deal. Like, and
it has to be the publisher. If it is the publisher, I don't think it is. To be quite honest, I think this is Isayama fucking up. But
this is definitely Isayama.
If the publisher is involved, I have to theorize that it's because I guess the publisher was just thinking, a better ending would be a peaceful ending where like it turns out Aaron's a good guy. I don't think this will sell if Aaron stays as a bad guy.
Yeah.
I don't see that. I really don't. I really do think Isayama thought, I think the story is too depressing and I should flip it and kind of make these characters seem more likable. And when you do that,
it's a Guardian of the Galaxy, bro.
You throw the whole thing out the fucking window, man. Come on. What if Darth Vader, right, at the end when he's fighting Luke, just decides, you know what, Papi? You and me, we're gonna do this together. He doesn't die or anything. Like, they killed the Emperor, and then for the rest of Star Wars till now, Darth Vader's a good guy. From episode 7, 8, and 9, Darth Vader's killing it with Rey and Finn and all of them. He's just rocking with them like, gang. Like, imagine that, dude.
You know, this is such a side note. There was a What If comic where like that's what happened, but like they dripped Darth Vader out, same suit, but in pure white drip, bro.
That sounds terrible, honestly.
No, it looks so fire, bro. Like he just came out of the chamber with just like his suit right now, but just all white, like shine, like just shining white, and it was just like. Anyway,
Continue.
No. I get you. Like that. I feel like everyone in the theater would have been like Darth Vader's redemption was only as impactful as it was because it took him to death.
Exactly. Like he had to face his consequences and die with his last final goodwill.
And then what took away what the Rise of Skywalker episode 9 took away from that for me was that took away his death, the impact of his death for me by having the Emperor still alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Spoilers for episode 9.
Yeah, but who gives a fuck? The newest Star Wars ones, they all suck. Anyway,
I thought you said those were your favorite trilogy.
No, I went back on Disney Plus and I watched it, and I was like, this is kind of ass, dude. like 7.
One of those things where it's really good when you first watch it.
Yes, because you're in the theater, you're hyped, like, oh shit, Star Wars, let's go, hey. But I rewatched it, I was like, 7, this is still pretty good, actually. I enjoyed this. 8, I was like, oh, I see, okay. And then 9, I was like, oh man, this is
and you see the thing about that, right, is that every piece of a story matters and actually helps the other.
Yes, it all connects.
It's episode 8 to me would have been so good if episode 9 finished the plot threads it set up, and then we look back on it, we're like, episode 8 wasn't that bad because of what episode 9 was able to accomplish. But episode 9 just went, yep. And what else was I thinking? I sort of think about Age of Ultron, Avengers. Remember when Age of Ultron came out? I remember being like, I think Marvel kind of like, that wasn't a good one. That wasn't that great. But now, after you watch Civil War, after you watch WandaVision, after you watch what other movies were directly impacted? Whatever. Age of Ultron now at this point, besides Endgame already at this point, obviously, but like Age of Ultron is the one movie that keeps coming back in terms of a
huge impact.
Yeah. And now when you rewatch it, you're sort of like,
oh shit, this carries.
Yeah, it carries. Like it really adds to everything. Like, and that's just the impact of having a story like that, because now you have a piece that adds more to the rest. I'm not entirely sure 100% where I'm going with this, but all I'm saying is that every part of a narrative matters, and no matter how great the rest of the series is for Attack on Titan, the ending will now that's what you leave off with.
Yes, I was just about to get that. I see your point, because it's nice to have stuff you can come back to when the story ends and you have those plot points that really carry it forward. But when you end your story on such a bad note, it doesn't matter how strong those plot points were before. That is the last thing you ended on. So no matter how many times I rewatch this, which I don't think will happen much, no matter how many times I reread it or rethink about the story, the last thing that's going to be in my mind is, well, that doesn't matter because at the end, Aaron turned out to be a bitch.
Yeah. When was the last time you thought about rewatching Game of Thrones?
Never. I really was thinking that when chapter 139 was going to drop and it was going to bang, I was going to rewatch all of Attack on Titan, finish the second part in 2022, and then rewatch it all again and really enjoy it and do like that One Piece thing where you're really looking for all the little tidbits.
Yeah.
But now it's pointless. I just don't give a fuck now.
Are you going to watch part 2?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch part 2 because I still support the anime. I think Mappa is Mappa, how you pronounce it? They're one of the best animators we've ever been blessed with, because they've been killing Jujutsu Kaisen. They've been killing this too.
No, but I just.
I know you don't agree, but I like it a lot. I think I like their animation a lot.
I hated every episode of Attack on Titan this season.
You just don't like Attack on Titan, man.
No, but the animation style, and I get your point that they're trying to go a lot more and be a lot more accurate to the manga. Mm-hmm. But I hate the manga, like the look of it, the art is
fair, the art in the manga does suck, but I do like how committed they are to the one-on-ones, and I think it really does look good in the anime compared to the manga. But to each their own. I understand that. Yeah, I just support them or not and want to see the rest of the season. Also, I'm still hoping that the anime has its own ending, but that's besides the point.
When does part 2 come out?
Winter of 2022.
So literally about, at the time of this recording, about a year from now.
Yeah. Well,
because it's not
winter. A year and some less.
What's that?
A year and less. So 9 months.
Yeah. So best case scenario, December of this year. Worst case is probably January, February.
Yep. Well, it's not gonna be December. It's confirmed 2022, so definitely January or February.
Okay, so that's not enough time to make an original ending, dude.
Honestly, it's not enough time to make an original ending, but it is enough time to make a better one. You know that's true.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They can definitely like it won't be like the best ending ever, but if I can get a better ending in the anime, I wouldn't be mad.
And I think the adaptation of this will probably go a lot smoother.
Mm-hmm.
It's still gonna be stupid as fuck if I see a bird. Like that's not gonna save anything for me. They're gonna have to literally scrape that for me.
Oh,
You
the
know what I mean?
fucking bird, dude.
Like,
Oh, wow. I just remembered at the beginning of season fucking 4. Remember the bird that flies over Falco? The very first episode of the season
I
is
know. Stop it. Anyways, the last thing I have to say.
Go ahead.
You're gonna hate me. So you know what one of my favorite series of all time is, and Hunter x Hunter. And I love this comment that I read on Reddit where it was like, "Hey yo, Hunter x Hunter gang, just be happy right now that we have no ending, because it has no ending is better than this shit."
It really is though. It really is though. Honestly, if Isayama decided I don't know how to end this, guys, and he kept pushing the ending for months, I would have loved that way much more.
Oh yeah,
this guy.
Especially because like there's still a lot more he could have said. He could have
yes
a lot more. Like at least listen, Hunter x Hunter gang, we got a good anime ending. It's solid. One of the best anime.
Pretty good anime ending ever. To the point where like I've told you I still don't want to pick up the manga because I'm very satisfied with the anime.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like it's same thing with your how you feel about Promised Neverland.
Yep, exactly. I don't want to pick the manga. I was completely happy with season 1.
Yeah, and like I don't blame you at all for Hunter x Hunter. If they announce a new season, then like that's a different story.
Yeah, it's a different story, but
like until then, like we're good. We're Gucci.
Exactly.
Like, there's no ending though. In the manga, there's no ending. We're like there's a cliffhanger, the last chapter. And you know what?
That's better than this shit.
I think that is better than this shit. I'm good. You know what? Let me. I have a Hunter hoodie. Maybe I should just switch off to that right now. I should just yeet. Go.
I'm not even mad at you because I still got One Piece, and that's really holding it down for me. If One Piece can really just carry this out to the end, I still got that at least going for me.
I'm in a different boat because I just started it, but like I also know that by the time like it ends, I'll also be like 5 years as a fan by then. So
we're both gonna be very invested by the time that ends, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, like, what the fuck is the One Piece, bro?
Anyway, these are probably gonna be my last.
Is a fucking good ending of Attack on Titan.
It all connects. Anyway, these are probably my last ever recorded thoughts on Attack on Titan, which is really sad to say because this series has been with me for a long time and I still have a place in my heart for it. It has great characters, great plot. I think it's one of the most cool intertwined stories I've ever read. It's unfortunate that it ended so bad, but I will never knock Isayama for the first 138 chapters, and I really do appreciate the work he put into that. Just sucks. Let me know in the comments. Oh, Josue, do you have any closing comments on this or no?
As much as I don't like Attack on Titan, this is just still sad to see for the fan base. This isn't a W for anime. You know what I mean? Like this isn't like no matter what. I think anime fans like we all dig an L like on this.
This was in the top charts, dude, for a long time.
Exactly. And
I put on people to the show and now I have to explain to them that it's gonna suck ass when it ends.
Yeah. It's a bad thing, dude. Thank God I told anybody. I told everybody to watch Death Note instead.
And you don't regret that one at all. You good on that one. I'm gonna wait till show.
I know how it ends.
I'm gonna wait till shit ends before I recommend shit, man. I'm done.
You're not gonna say anything about One Piece until
you're the last person I'll ever recommend One Piece to. And then when it ends, when I'm 30 with kids and a mortgage, I'm gonna be like, you know what? You guys should pick up One Piece. Anyway, This has been the Panic
Maybe that's
Brothers.
when the new season of Hunter x Hunter comes out.
My name is Simon, accompanied by my wonderful, amazing co-host and best friend Josue. Please leave. I really want, if any video to have comments, is this one. I need to see people's takes on this. Because if you really can justify what happened here at the end and really tell me why it's a good ending, I would love to have the conversation with you. Subscribe, like us, follow us on all our different platforms on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Just look up Panic Brothers and you'll find it. Until next time, we'll catch you guys later.
Peace.